Hello ladies, as promised I'm going to talk to you a little bit about foundations and what I've discovered works for me. Now, as I said at the beginning, some of these things go against everything that I was ever taught. However, what I have found is that on our newly polished skin, if you can find a foundation that dries down on you without powder, you're ahead of the game, because powder and concealer just seems to emphasize everything we don't want to emphasize. So finding that base CC cream tinted moisturizer foundation that dries down without powder is the next step, and I've got a couple here to show you, right from tinted moisturizer up to my latest holy grail. So see what you think. Here's the first one. I'm in the car again because it's the only place I get any peace. Now, if you have not used foundation before, this is a great tinted moisturizer. It's, I don't know if you can see it there, it's Clarins Super Restorative Tinted Cream. Now, this is the most expensive of my little stash. This comes in at about £35 at Boots and a staggering 40 something from Clarins. So if you're going to try it at Boots. But do, if you're interested in having a look at this tinted moisturizer, go and get them to put someone in the shop and walk around in it for a while and see what you think. It's amazing. It's got light reflective particles in it and so many lovely things, and really makes your skin look very gorgeous, I think. So that's Clarins Super Restorative Tinted Cream, and that is for very, very light coverage, but it does give you a lovely it kind of evens out your base. Now, the second one I've got is a medium coverage and very medium price range actually, and this is Maybelline Dream Satin. Don't know if you can see that. Dream Satin Liquid. Now, all of these things that I'm showing you dry down on my skin without powder, which for me is a win-win. This one is full of hyaluronic acid and it's a medium coverage foundation, and it comes in probably about £8.99. The next one I have is a Rimmel foundation. Now, this is an absolute bargain. This is called Wake Me Up, and it's got vitamin C in it, hyaluronic acid. This also dries down on my skin. All of these foundations, by the way, are going to give you a dewy, luminous finish, which I really like. But if you're a matte foundation lover, you're kind of ahead of the game there, because a lot of them dry down without powder anyway. But this is Rimmel, and this was £3.99, so an absolute bargain. But my most recent and most lovely holy grail foundation is this one. It's the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover. Now, this is reputed to be a dupe for a very, very high-end CC cream called It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better, which is about £45 a tube, I understand. This was, do you know what, I'm trying to remember, very reasonable anyway, you know, the normal drugstore foundation price, £8.99 or what have you. Now, this is a full coverage foundation, which I wanted to talk to you about, because I'd always been led to believe that as your skin gets older, less is more. I think in this instance, more is less, because when I put this foundation on, I no longer need concealer here or anywhere else on my face, and I don't need powder because it dries down. This is nude beige and I love it. And what I'm going to do is quickly take off half of my makeup so you can see just what this little beauty is achieving all on its own. So bear with me. And I'm sorry I am in the car again. I do aim to get set up at home soon, but here we go. Here goes. I'm taking this for the team because I don't like doing it. But underneath this, I don't know if it's coming up on camera, you can see I'm actually covered in thread veins, and instantly you can see that I have great skin under this. I really don't. Compared to that side, you can see some darkness there, and there's lots of red veins there, which I hate, but you know, that's my lot. Now let's put a tiny bit of this on my hand. Excuse me, trying to open the tube here. Excuse the camera. Here we go. Right, back to you. So I'm going to put a tiny bit of that on my hand. Now I'm going to show you. That is, can you see that? It's very liquidy. So, and I've not used an awful lot at all. And then I'm going to take my foundation brush, which I can't find, so I'll do it with my fingers for now. But I'm going to show you what a powerhouse, a little workhorse this foundation is. I'm going to use so little. And that almost instantly has evened back out my skin tone without the use of any powder or concealer. The only thing I would need now to use is a tiny bit of light reflecting concealer in the corner of my eyes, and I think that's awesome. It's a full coverage foundation, no powder, no concealer, which means less to sit in anything, you know, any of your fine lines, and it's in Superdrug and Boots. So that's just a few foundations that set on my skin or dry down without powder. So, you know, something worth looking at. Obviously go and find the brand that you like, but I really would recommend that Maybelline Urban Dream cover, because it does an amazing job, and it's the only product you need to use on your face. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. And if you do, next time I'm going to cover some concealing tricks, and then putting some contour back into your face once you've sort of smoothed out your canvas with your foundation. Bye bye.